This is September the 3rd. We are the Board of Richland County Commissioners. Tony Vero, Daryl Banks, I am. Clerk Stacy Crawl and our Assistant Clerk Heather Toman. Andrew Keller is our Administrator. And we've been joined by Sherry Branham Bonner and from the Mental Health. WFMFD is here. Greg Kale. Anybody online? Carl from Richland Source. Anybody else? Nope. Okay. And we're going to start out today. We have a proclamation, and I will paraphrase and read some of this. And we have proclaimed that this is Richland County Recovery Month. We have done in the past, but whereas the behavioral health is essential for part of one's overall health and wellness, prevention of mental health and substance use disorders works, and treatment is effective and recovery is possible. Recovery is a process and people recover in the local area and around the nation. Richland County has an array of services, including assessment, mental health and substance use, outpatient and inpatient care with variety of evidence-based treatment services. Encourage all to friends and relatives to help with people they know having problems and guide them to where they can get recovery services. Recovery Month is a time to honor and support those in recovery and remember those we have lost. Time to promote local recovery services and to thank the services provided and supporters who help make recovery possible. Quality and mental health substance and treatment services provided by Richland County Behavioral Health Services save lives. And we encourage all to encourage those that work in that field as well as to take care of the people that need help. And sure, we'll get a picture here and
Sure. Come on the pretty wall.
go ahead, Dee.
You want this one?
Yeah,
He
it's
wants-
prettier.
I thought that American flag was pretty.
Hopefully I'm not.
You are, but it's okay.
All right, nice smile. Gotcha. All right.
Gary, thank you for coming in. Greg, do you have any questions?
Sure, you handed off to me a lengthy list of activities this month, so just talk about some of the highlights that you have for Recovery Month.
Well, every year during September, we do a calendar of events, and our partner agencies that are contract agencies and affiliate agencies come together. We put together a list of events to celebrate recovery. And I always want to acknowledge their work and what they do and what they bring to the month in relationship to getting the word out about recovery. This year, we have several different things that run through the entire month. I'll touch on those. We have some doTERRA medication disposable pouches that can be used to get rid of medications that people aren't using. Casey has those as well, as does the Mental Health Board. And if anyone needs those, we have those available. We have a store and lock it through Casey. You can pick up a safe that provides opportunity for people to lock up harmful medications, ensure that children are safe. We have our helpline available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can reach that by calling 419-522-HELP. That's in case of emergencies, or if people need some direction in relationship to treatment. We have an urgent care through Catalyst Life Services, Monday, Thursday, Friday, 8 o'clock, and Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 a.m. 8 to 4, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday and Wednesday is 8 to 6:30. And people can walk in for assessment and brief psychotherapy without having an appointment. We have the warm line available for people that are not at a high level of need, that just need someone to talk with in relationship to maybe they're feeling down that day, so some depression or other questions they may have related to behavioral health. On September 5th, Connections Peer Support Group will meet at Kingwood Center. September 6th, Ontario will be celebrating Recovery Month by providing a proclamation to the Mental Health Board. On September 8th, 33 Forever will hold its 6th annual golf outing at Westbrook Country Club. September 10th, NAMI Richland County and Healing Hearts come together for an awareness event in relationship to suicide prevention. There'll be a candlelight vigil. For more information, you can go to www.namirc.org. On September 11th, Catalyst Life Services will be hosting their 3rd annual Celebrate Recovery event. September 16th, the Village of Lexington will provide a proclamation for the Mental Health Board, again celebrating recovery. On September 16th, Family Support Group Services will be held at Kingwood Center by NAMI. September 17th, the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board will host its annual dinner at DLX. And for registration, reach out to the Mental Health Board. September 21st, there'll be a fall festival sponsored by Family Life Counseling at their location at 240 Marion Avenue. That's open to the public. September 28th, Healing Hearts is hosting an event called Rocking Recovery, and people are invited to come and do some rock painting in memory of individuals that either have been lost to their addiction or for those that are in recovery. October 7th, I know that's after the month ends, but October 7th, NAMI will be hosting its 33rd Crisis Intervention Team Training. That's a curriculum that is 40 hours in 1 week. First responders to provide them information in relationship to mental health services, diagnosis, and so on. October 17th, Richland County Mental Health Board will be hosting an ethics training for counselors, social workers, anyone that may carry a license that work in the behavioral health system. Nurses can actually attend. So that's our events for this specific information on this. We'll have it on our calendar of events on our website at richlandmentalhealth.com, or you can call 9-774-5811, and we would happy to help direct you to the right agency for more information.
Question. Your partner agencies, Family Life, Catalyst Life Services, Healing Hearts. What are you hearing in terms of the volume of maybe calls or mental health services they're providing? Is it like an uptick or steady, or just kind of, are you getting any information on that?
I would say a bit of an uptick. I would say a bit of an uptick in the number of calls that are being received across the board. It's a really tough time, and there's some very, very difficult situations that people are struggling with, and the lethality of drugs at this time is worse than it's ever been. So we appreciate our partner agencies and the services that they deliver.
Carl, do you have any questions?
Oh, I always have questions. Good morning, Sherry. How are you?
Good, Carl. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, first, if you could email me a copy of the calendar that you read. I looked at the website. I didn't see it posted yet, but if you could email that to me, I'll be happy to include it with the story. I was also going to include your one sheet list of contacts of agencies. I found that on your website. I'll put that up. Um,
Thank you.
uh-huh. 9 months ago, you took over. I think last time you were at commissioners, at least when I was around, was back in May, for a different proclamation. But talk about progress, or what progress have you seen now, in the 11 months since you've kind of taken over? And I know you had just hired Scott Basilone, so talk about the impact he's had on your organization as well.
Um, One of the primary things that I've done with support of my staff is to do some reorganization. And we have refined the job descriptions, created a couple new job descriptions because we have absorbed the duties of Julie Dillon, who retired recently. Instead of replacing her, we've absorbed them through the reorganization that we have done. Hired Scott Basilone, who came to us with, I think, 36 years of service to the county. Hired him as the manager of clinical programs and services. The intent of that position was to do a more in-depth overview and monitoring of the funds and the services that the board is responsible for. And Mr. Basilone has really jumped in and created a lot of documents, spreadsheets. He's done a lot of research, met with all of the providers to gather data that we didn't really have in any specific format. And it is our intent to ensure that funds are accounted for in relationship to what they are committed to delivering as far as service in the community. We are moving forward in every aspect. We have a strong board of directors, lots of support in that aspect, professionals with very different demographics, very committed to the mission of the agency. We've had a lot of support from the commissioner's office. Thank you, gentlemen, for what you have done to support the board. And just continue to move forward. We have a couple building projects that are going on. One is a renovation of apartments above our main office. That building will turn to a transitional program for adults that are either coming out of state hospital or to prevent them from going into state hospital. There's some short-term and long-term beds that will be available in that transitional program. And then the other project is one that will be going up across from our main office. And that one will be for permanent supportive housing. And I have a vision. We have a couple more buildings we own, and I have the vision to approach the state for funds to do some remodel to those projects or those buildings. Want to ensure that the people we're responsible for and the housing units that we have available for them are in good condition to make sure that they have the best chance for recovery from both mental health and addiction.
I think you also at the time at least announced back in May that you had promoted, I don't want to mispronounce your last name, Carrie Vaught.
It's Carrie Vogt.
Right?
And
See, I
yes,
do. Talk about the work that she's doing in terms of being your chief financial officer.
Carrie's title is actually Associate Director or CFO. And Carrie has really spent this year digging deep into our finances, doing a very thorough review of what we have going on at the Mental Health Board. A lot of reports go to the state in relationship to the money that they provide us, and the feds provide the state that the state disseminates to us. So Carrie's just done an excellent job in overseeing the finances of the board. And I foresee our finances, they're in a very strong and stable place, thanks to the support of the Richland County residents and state and federal government.
Of course. And I guess finally, one of the ongoing projects, and to be honest, I've not heard a lot about it lately, the effort to assist homeless residents in the county. I know it started in the downtown Mansfield and maybe pushed out a little bit, but is that still an ongoing project, and what's the status of that?
Tony Vero actually chairs that committee, the homeless committee. And the board has funded that again for a year because of the need that we found in the past fiscal year. So we will continue to support the commissioners and the community in relationship to funding and working with the homeless population that may have mental health or addiction issues.
Mr. Vero, anything to add to that?
No, sir.
Thank you for that exhaustive report, Commissioner.
It is Sherry's stage right now, Carl, so she's doing the heavy lifting.
I would like to say that there's a lot of community partners that have come together supporting that coalition, and couldn't do it without Catalyst Life Services, who is out on the streets working with and meeting with the people that are identified as homeless.
All right. Well, thank you. That's what I had. I appreciate it. If you could email me that schedule, I'll put it in the story. Thanks, Sherry.
I'll do that as soon as I get back. You're welcome. Thank you. Norman,
Very.
much appreciated.
Okay, we'll move on to, thank you. Have a great month. Two other, get a motion to certify the record of proceedings for August the 29th.
I move.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes,
Rivera,
Yes.
and we approve the requisitions.
I move.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
And can we approve the resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by Budget Commission and authorize the necessary tax levies and certify them to the county auditor?
I moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
Okay, can we approve the lease agreement with Crestview Youth Soccer? For the soccer field they use at Dayspring?
I moved.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
And can we approve the agreement of water meter readings with Madison Water District?
I moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
And we have a similar water meter readings agreement with Hillsdale Community.
So moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
And can we approve the quote for the jail dishwasher repairs? It's $4,604.
So moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
Can we approve utility permit application from Columbia Gas maintenance work on Franklin Church Road?
So moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
And can we authorize leave of absence with no pay for Dayspring employee?
So moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks,
yes.
Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on any of that?
Nothing
Hearing
from me.
none, we will set and recess at 9:49, 9:50, and come back at 10 o'clock. Thank you.